Peter McGuire is with us, CEO, Exim Australia. Peter, good to have you with us here. Good morning. Thanks very much for your time. Let's just start with what oil's done. And we're getting these large 3-4% moves up and down more frequently
Absolutely.
now. Kind of indicating confusion,
Prashant.
Peter, about the outlook?
Well, I don't necessarily think it's confusion, Prashant, and good morning, greetings from Sydney. But I'll tell you what, it's offering so much opportunity to traders. It's just been quite extraordinary. You know, as you mentioned, the big 3 and 4% moves, all of a sudden it's up, then it levels off, and we think, well, maybe you're going to see another leg up, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's sold off. And this has been a constant theme over the last couple of weeks, and maybe that's where we're at. We're just in that channel trade from, you know, the high 60s all the way through to, say, 74, 75 for WTI. Brent, you know, about a couple of bucks to it. And it's hard one to work out. I mean, at the moment, it's offering opportunity, and that's what traders want, up and down. But, yeah, if you're looking at a long-term horizon, it's hard to put a pinpoint number on it.
All right. Hi, Peter. You're a few hours to the weekend than us, you know, just a few hours out there since you're in Sydney, as you mentioned. So cheers to that.
Yes.
But, you know, from an India perspective, crude is rather important. So do you see, you know, do you see prices dip further on from here? I mean, if you're looking at a broad range, what could it be? Say, by the end of this year, where do you see it settle?
I'll tell you what, Nigel, that's 6 months out, and it's hard to pick 6 hours out at the moment. But I'll tell you, well, it is, because there's so much volatility, and this is the great curse for traders. I would think that you should be higher from here, quite simply, but I'm worried about global growth. I'm worried about, you know, geopolitics. There's so many different components that go into the equation, weather outages, hurricane seasons, all these sort of things that can impact price and price significantly. So I've just got to say, I don't think it's going to go. I thought 70 would be the low point, but let's say 65 could be a low point. I still believe it's, you know, $80 to $90 to the upside. So anywhere in that sort of zone, I'm worried about US dollar, I'm worried about rates, inflation, all of these components also. So, yeah, hard one to forecast 6 months out.
Okay, got that, Peter. Hi. So you're not seeing it go too much higher. If you just leave out for a second all the factors that you mentioned, you know, the wars and hurricanes and all of that, we purely look at the market in terms of demand and supply, then is this a evenly balanced market, or is it a tight market given the kind of cuts that the Saudis had announced a few weeks back?
I personally think it's probably tight, and due to Saudis and due to overall the overall situation. So I think from that side, and I won't be surprised if you see further cuts from Saudi sometime in the third quarter. So that's something to hang our hat on. And I think that they're going to be fairly dynamic. So they want higher prices and to push the OPEC price up, so from across their members. So there's that point, and that's where I'm thinking at the moment. So, yeah, I'm saying it's tight, and I'm saying that I won't be surprised for it to be higher than where we are at the moment.
All right, Peter, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us for that quick view, sharp views. Appreciated always here on CNBC-TV18. Thanks very much. Well, that's Peter McGuire from Sydney with comments on oil and metals. Midesh,